been chasing this guy ever since I joined the force. He has no conscience, and he shows no remorse. He's the mastermind behind numerous bombings and political assassinations. He has a felony list a mile long: murder, arson, kidnapping, terrorism, you name it. He's the most dangerous and brilliant criminal mind I've ever known. For years, I've been watching him, tracking him, studying his every move. I know his every mannerism, every facial tick, gesture. I know him better than he knows himself. And now, after all this time, I finally figured out a way to trap him. I will become him.
This is Drop the Mic, and we are your hosts, James Warny.
Hey, what's up?
And this one. So thank you for tuning in to episode 267, Lies, Distrust, and Mixed Messages, where we will be looking back on John Woo's gonzo late 90s epic. Yeah, you guessed it, Face Off. But first, we've got some segments to get everyone warmed up out there, shall we?
And now for a special news report. Brought to you by Drop the Mic.
Let's do it.
All right. So, of course, my man with the pop culture news, what do you have for us this week?
All right. So I don't know if you've been keeping up with some of the videos and whatnot that have been being released from the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard court case, the defamation of a character for Johnny Depp. It's been pretty insane. A lot of the stuff that's going on, what I've at least been hearing in the statements from witnesses and even Amber Heard and Johnny Depp themselves. It's pretty interesting to watch this kind of go down. Definitely a lot of it's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Have you seen any of the videos and stuff that's been getting released here and there?
I've seen some kind of TikTok videos with audio, like several audio messages kind of linked together. Playing back like how do you say, like conversations happening between them and them talking about certain situations, and it's just
right.
Kind of very incriminating on Amber Heard's side so far.
Yes, very, very much so. It's pretty interesting. I saw an article stating that their marriage counselor was saying that there was a mutual abuse on both ends. But from what I've heard so far from what I've seen, I don't know if it's just because the majority of stuff I've seen has been catered more towards Johnny Depp fans or whatnot. But a lot of it is it's not looking too good for her. And their marriage counselor actually said it was a point of pride to initiate physical fights with her ex-husband for Amber. So interesting stuff, man. That's sucks. Toxic relationship for sure. I'm kind of interested to see how this plays out and what happens when this is finally resolved. I got some interesting news from Warner Brothers. I know now that Warner Brothers and Discovery are officially a one cohesive unit. Essentially, they have stated in a Variety article that there's going to be a huge overhaul of DC Entertainment. So they're stating that a lot of stuff is basically a lack of creativity for the brand in that sense. And there's a lot of missed opportunities that the previous heads of DC Entertainment have kind of misstepped or just kind of overlooked, essentially, overall. But interesting to see how that plays out. I know they said there might be a lot of changes, even from their streaming services, in terms of their exclusive streaming shows and stuff. And movies also as well, so like Superman, Batman, things like that. Hopefully, with the large success that the Batman's getting, that is not a part of this kind of change that they're looking towards. Essentially, I think with everything that's going on, including the stuff with Ezra Miller and everything. I think they might just scrap the entire DC universe. That's my opinion. I'm kind of like, if you know me, I love DC so much, and I love the universe that they were trying to build, or Zack Snyder was trying to build, and that's kind of been scrapped, and they're kind of trying to go away from that. And I think Flash was their way to do that. But now with this kind of crap that Ezra Miller's been going through, I think they've kind of fumbled that as well. So I have no idea where they're going, what's going to happen in the future. But I honestly think maybe they should just go ahead and scrap it and start brand new. I don't know what their plans are for that. But yeah. Let's see. We got some Thor 4 leaked images for what all the characters, basically the main characters, are going to look like. And that's because some asshole in a toy factory or somewhere opened up a box of all the new toys that are coming out and snapped a picture of all of them and released the image. So kind of screwed Marvel out of releasing some cool posters or something, but we get to see what they're going to look like in the movie before we get a trailer. So it's cool to see the picture, to see what they're going to look like, but not really cool because it's not an official release, so it doesn't look that flattering. And I think you're going to love this. Your girl Brie Larson joined the cast of Fast 10. Oh man, she's family. All right, that's family now.
Yeah, I read that. And
I was like, man, it's a little late for an April Fool's prank. What's going on here? But it's for real. I saw it over Instagram on Vin Diesel's Instagram story or whatever it was. But yeah, what are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on her joining the Fast Five, or the Fast family?
With she's following suit to Charlize Theron. I remember when they announced that, and that was just like coming off the cusp of Atomic Blonde, and I'm just like, what? Like, for real? But no, I think I want to say, like, when these veteran kind of actors sign on to something like that, it's they want not to throw shade, even though I don't care for that franchise, but they want that check, that guaranteed check, you know what I mean? And
right.
And that's a way to do it. I don't know. I don't really know what else to say, except for I thought it was pretty random that it was Brie Larson, but I mean, good for her,
Yeah.
Secure the
bag. Would you say that this might be an attempt to kind of broaden her like appeal to other people who aren't really seeing her films?
Yeah, because
like exposure for other people who maybe don't watch her more dramatic stuff.
Yeah, like because she does a lot of indie kind of niche stuff. So yeah, I think that's a very solid point that you bring up, is that this could potentially bring her name into a lot of households who wouldn't otherwise know who she was. So it is a very smart move, career-wise, in my opinion. Yes.
Right. And I know we talked about Ezra Miller a little bit last week, and I'm just going to bring it up again because there was some stuff that I didn't get to talk about. But Ezra Miller, there was reports during The Flash the last year or two, because it's taken forever to make this movie. He reportedly had a lot of meltdowns during the film of that, or during the filming of that movie, stating that he was saying, "I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know." Basically, he doesn't. I'm assuming it's just maybe the movie's that complex that he wasn't sure what the hell was going on in the movie, or he was maybe having a full-fledged meltdown, kind of not knowing what he's doing in this industry. I don't know, but pretty interesting to hear that, and I wonder if the success of the movie will sway them on which way they want to go with him. Like whether it's going to be if it's a huge blockbuster that Aquaman was, making $1 billion. I wonder if that would make them, because it is a money-driven, world. And I wonder if say for whatever reason, say this makes $1 billion like Aquaman did, if they're going to be like, okay, well, we'll just kind of sweep this under the rug like the other shit they did with him choke slamming that lady outside of a bar. I don't know. I would assume if it's a flop, they'll probably just scrap the whole thing and just, like I was saying, maybe start from brand new. But I think that's it for my news. Oh, Robert Downey Jr. looks like he's going to be returning for, I believe they said another Sherlock Holmes film.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This will be.
I think there was a
three,
series. Yeah, there would be 3, and I think they were talking about a series also that might be in development. So involving that character. So it looks like we may get some more of Sherlock Holmes, and Jude Law. I would assume is coming back as well as Watson. So I mean, I like the first one a lot. The second one I just actually rewatched just because I was curious to watch it. I hadn't seen it in a long time. Doesn't hold up as much as the first one, but still entertaining. But yeah, I'm excited to see anything really Robert Downey Jr. does. I think he's been pretty solid after making his comeback and making his movie choices have been pretty solid within the last couple of years. Except for Doolittle. I've never seen Doolittle.
I was going to say, Doolittle, I guess, didn't do great at the box office.
Yeah, I heard. I haven't seen it. It didn't look very appealing to me. I didn't feel like wasting my time on watching that. No offense to anyone who enjoys that movie, but yeah. But that's it for my news. So hopefully, it was entertaining, and hopefully you got some news for us too.
Yeah, I got just 2 fast pieces for you. First up, I'm surprised you didn't bring this up, but famed comedian and voice actor Gilbert Gottfried passed away this week.
Yes.
After a long battle with an unnamed illness, he was 67.
Still pretty young.
Yeah, he had he had a podcast that he was doing regularly, and just super iconic. That it's hard to believe that voice is gone. Essentially, It's a weird thing to process.
Yeah, hearing that voice definitely takes me back to my childhood. Just remember,
Aladdin,
especially with Aladdin. Yeah, Iago. That was definitely a voice you could pick out of a crowd. Basically, he had a very distinct voice that you could tell was him, and it's going to be a shame that he's no longer with us.
A really kind of bad year for comedy so far, 2022.
Yeah.
Oh man. In some more lighthearted news, recently the Spirit Halloween warehouse chain announced that they will be releasing a family-friendly horror film later this year, and it will star Christopher Lloyd of Back to the Future and Rachel Lee Cook of She's All That and Josie and the Pussycats. Any thoughts on this?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't even know. That's crazy that they would produce a movie. That's pretty awesome. Just to see that happen, that's got to be a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, I guess the movie itself is going to take place centered around somehow a Spirit Halloween-like store.
Oh, that's cool. I'm interested to see more of that. They haven't started filming on it, have they?
Supposedly, from what I know, it's already finished.
Holy crap! Wow. Okay, that's cool. I'm interested to see a trailer or something from it. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say the last few kind of horror-ish family films that we've gotten, like The House with the Clock in Its Walls and stuff like that, have been actually pretty solid. So I don't...
Yeah, definitely.
I'm pretty sure that this will hopefully be a banger for your kids specifically.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's pretty much what I got. You covered everything else for this week.
Okay, cool.
And now it's time for the weekly recommendations.
So I have one that I can think of, actually 2.